to another Dave Does video, and today we are doing an originals versus cover. So I recently did a video of the Steelheart versus Deden Gonjalez as a originals versus cover, and you guys asked me to check out his version of She's Gone by Steelheart. So we're going to do another original versus cover, and it's going to be Deden Gonjalez, or is it Deden Gonjalez? I wish I've had it as Deden Gonjalez, Deden Gonjalez. What's his name? Yeah, I've got different varieties each time, but I've got Steelheart versus him. I'm doing the same. Now obviously he sings to his backing track of them, so we're not going to get massive interpretation difference. So we're going to look at his singing style. So when we did it on the last one, I did say that I thought he had great range, but I felt that he had a roughness to his voice due to a lack of lubrication, which I would say is down to the smoking. But he's definitely got the scale and the reach, and he's definitely got the power to get to those notes. So, but let's do it as a comparison between the official video versus him. Now, obviously, he's doing a live. I still believe, looking at the video, I can see here where he's singing in the microphone with his green screen room in the background. I still believe he's recorded this somewhere else, and then he's just miming to it on the video. I'm not saying he's not doing the actual vocals, but because he cups the mic a lot, you're not getting that muffled sound that you would get from cupping the mic. So it's a bit of an odd one, but we'll see. I haven't actually watched this video yet, so I don't know what to expect. Now, if you like the video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave the comments down below. Get involved with the challenges. We've got the originals versus cover like this one. We've got the greatest song ever challenge. Details are in the description down below. If you want to support the channel, you've got the Patreon, the priority video requests where you pay to sponsor a video specifically dedicated for yourself. We've got the Right Inside Craft Shop, and of course Bandcamp for the band Nothing Gained. What else? We have a custom built guitar challenge or raffle at the moment going on. So if you want to win yourself a custom built electric guitar hand engraved by myself, we're doing that. It's £5 to enter. Details are in the description down below. This is a non-scored reaction because it's a covers, original versus covers. It's more feedback at the end about the comparison of the two and the overall skill. But let's go check out Steelheart, She's Gone. Kick it in. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry for the squeaky chair. Gotta get some oil on that. Why do I feel I've done this reaction to this song before? Probably have. I've probably done She's Gone. Probably did like a live version. Yeah, love late 80s, early 90s. This would have been, what, 94? I'm guessing. Something like that era, 92. It's probably around the same sort of time as Metallica's Black Album era. Skid Row and all that lot. So as I talked about before. Coming out the hair metal 80s days.
She's gone out of my life.
I think I've heard this song before, mainly from like a vocal talent show. Someone's done a cover of it. Sure it is. Bit of planned vibrato there. I've definitely heard this song. I definitely have now. That's like right up in the range. I need to hear some more Steelheart rocking tracks. I feel like I seem to be doing power ballads a lot. Got a tour of them in Skid Row. The eardrums will be bleeding. So I know the guy from Steelheart is still going under the name Steelheart. I don't think it's his original band though. I'm sure he's got different members in. So it was like Sebastian Bach went off and did his thing. So I wonder if he still hits these notes live, or does he go for like the octave lower? Okay, so that was Steelheart, and she's gone. We're going to go check out Deden or Deden Gonjalez, depending on which one you apparently find out. Now, everyone calls me I'm a tough nut. I'm a tough nut to crack because of my. Well, I listen to a lot of music, so it wouldn't be the first time I've heard people hitting these notes, but I really appreciate the skill and the technique that people do to have to get to them. First thing, before I start the next part of the video, the first thing I was sort of thinking about with the Steelheart is power ballads are very much a 80s, 90s things. It kind of moved over into the early 2000s, but they really have phased out. Bands nowadays don't do the power ballads. They kind of do more like these introspective, chilled piano pieces. No one ever does like the big power chords of the 80s and 90s, and I kind of miss that because that was a staple thing. You always opened on your album with your hard rocking track, and then by about track number 3 or 4 on the album, you would always have your big power ballad. So that was what they used to do. So the idea was you'd get your new album out, and you'd either look. You used to always, the first song that would come off the album would be your big power ballad that would get you the female vote, and then you'd look. The second song would be your hard rock anthem, and that would be basically where you get the guys involved. And that was almost the formula for the 80s and 90s. For music when it came out, the power ballad followed by the hard rock number, and then if you're lucky you got another hard rock album. So you used to get maybe about 3 singles off of an album, and then they go on to the next, and then they would tour, and then they do the next album, and there'd always have to be a power ballad on it. Bands don't do that nowadays, which I think is a shame, but because I kind of like the big power ballads. But anyway, let's go check out Deden Gonjalez's cover. Now in this particular one again, longer video, so it's added a minute and a half. So the first thing, as I said before last time, I don't know if it's a exact cover of the same one, or if it's a case that he slightly slowed it down. By slowing it down, it can potentially mean that he doesn't have to go as high, because it basically brings the pitch of everything down. But we'll see, and we'll see if the recorder. I can't. You don't get. Where's my mic gone? I've got a mic around here somewhere. Sitting in a room like this. In a room like that with no isolation, no padding, there is absolutely no way he's getting that voice that he's got recording there. This has got to be mimed. Sorry, you just can't. You'll get this echoey room. Those sort of walls there are not sound isolation. You're going to get vibrations bouncing off all sorts of things. But let's have a look at the video. But I do, as I said, I'm not saying he's not singing. I'm just saying I don't think this is the video of him actually singing it. I think he recorded it somewhere else in the studio. But anyway, 3, 2, 1, go! It also looks like someone's holding the camera, filming him. It's alright, he's got time for a fag. Give up the smoke, it's bad for you. Yeah, you're about to sing in a minute, mate. Even the way he's sitting is bad posture for doing vocals. Get that night, you need to be upright to be able to perform. If you heard that, how boomy that was, that's to try and show that he's recording. They'll then cut that off, I think. Oh, maybe not.
Out of my life, I was wrong. I'm to blame. I was so untrue. I can't live without love. In my life, there's just an empty space. All my dreams are lost. I'm wasting away. Forgive me, my heart belongs to you. Lady, can you forgive me for all I've done to you? Lady, oh
Okay, so this one was a live recording.
she's gone.
You can hear it definitely compared to the previous one.
Oh, she's gone.
You can hear the old hand muffle. He handles it. And also in the reverb in the room.
I really miss that girl, my love. Come back into my arms. I'm so alone. I'm begging you. I'm down on my knees. Forgive me, my heart belongs to you. Lady, can you forgive me for all I've done to you? Lady, oh lady, oh lady.
Okay. Interesting video. I still don't know why it was so much longer, a minute and a half. It wasn't that much more. So unless there's like a different version of it, style-wise, or maybe, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, there we go. That was Deden Gonjalez and his version of She's Gone. Now, what's my thoughts on it? Do you know what? First of all, apologies. Yes, he was singing that live. It was very clear once you could hear him start. So on the previous version, it didn't sound like it because there wasn't as much background noise. Two, there wasn't as much clicking and popping on the mic, and the popping is basically where when you do certain words, it hits off the mic, and that's why we use things like pop filters. I've got a couple over here on the back. I can't even show it on the camera, but pop filters to kind of stop it. I mean, he had it all stacked against him on this one. So one, you've got the bad posture of sitting there cross-legged on the floor, slumped over, smoking. A cigarette dries out the throat. Drinking coffee, it's a dehydration. So it's all stacked against him. Bad mic technique, holding the mic over here. These are omnidirectional mics, so they basically pick up sound. Well, not completely omnidirectional, so they don't come off here, but you're covering a lot of the surface area, so it's kind of getting in. So yeah, it's best to hold it there. Also, when you're holding it and you're recording, you're getting a lot of mic sounds, and you heard that when you put it down. You kind of heard these sort of sounds of the mic rubbing. Yeah, very good vocal technique in the sense of his mic control. So obviously when he was going for the high, he was bringing it away to control it. So that point of view, that way he didn't get overloads on the actual microphone. So really understood where his power was coming from and where he needed to move forward and back on the actual microphone. Hit every single note fine. Really, really well. I think obviously anyone that would sort of say, when they listen to a vocal coach, would be definitely talking about whether or not singing like that is healthy. He's been doing it for a long time and he hasn't blown his vocals out, so maybe he's the exception, but generally you would never ask a singer to try to do that, and specifically singing that environment, sing the way he was singing, smoking, coffee, all of that sort of thing. Everything is wrong with that scenario, but he sounded great, so he did a really, really good job on it. You can't really say which one's the better of that one. I think he's got some great technique in there, and obviously the original is the original. And because there was no other instrumentation changes or anything like that, obviously the original still has to win. But well played to Deden. Is it Deden Gonjalez? Someone's going to have to just tell me. Is it Dens or Dedens? Just put in the comments below so I know what I'm talking about. I wish everyone would just get the same spelling and the same wording when they put their videos up. But yeah, very cool. Happy to check the guy out some more if you guys want me to. If you like the video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave the comments down below. That of course is how Dave does it.